Dee, can you unmute yourself?
I am unmuted. How are you?
I am well, thank you. You're a little bit loud, so that's telling me that my volume is too high. Okay, can you speak again so I can hear?
How's this?
Oh, no, it's not you. I'm just testing my,
You're just making sure your audio is good on your side?
yeah, I'm just
Gotcha.
testing my, yeah, see, yeah, I'm in too many places.
You're too funny. I love how much you've learned. I mean, it's incredible how multitasking, talented, whatever you are. I'm like, wait, what? It's incredible. I hope you're
Let's see
giving
if I
yourself
go
some
away.
kudos, my friend.
I thank you for saying that, and I totally appreciate that. I hope this little extra me goes away soon. I don't know why it's there. Okay,
You've had
it's
enough.
weird. So, I'm trying to see if I can share us over to the Facebook group, to the
Oh,
Ladies Lunch Facebook group. So
wow.
let's see if it works. Okay.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Uh, Hi, Carlene. I can see you. Hi, Jennifer. Let's see. Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
Hi, Jen.
Hi there.
Okay, so
Hey there. How's everybody doing?
doing well.
Hi,
Doing
Dee.
well.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Nice to see you here.
You look like you're in meditation mode.
I'm just in a chill mode right now. Yeah,
Nice.
recording live from falling asleep. No, I'm just kidding. And it's Monday. Yeah, this is my Monday meditation moment. On Friday, it's different.
Well,
I got a nice like screen now.
good. Well, you look
Yeah.
very rested and relaxed and rejuvenated, so that's good.
Good. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. It's in there somewhere.
Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Cynthia. So, guys, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna invite you all. Hey, Marianne, my friend. I'm gonna invite you all to go ahead and put in the chat um, a link to your website, or if you have any offers, so that everybody can see what everybody else is doing. Hi, Karen. Hi, Melody. Hi. So everybody can know what everybody is doing. And then what we'll do is when we get everybody on, is we'll just go around the room and have everybody introduce themselves. My estimated number of attendees is gonna be pretty. Alice, you made it. Awesome. I'm so excited. Hi, Sandra. I feel like I haven't seen you
Hey,
in forever. Oh my
how are you?
goodness.
I took a shower for you today.
Oh my gosh, I'm impressed. I can smell the freshness.
I know.
It's a lovely thing. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, so what I'm suggesting is everybody go ahead, please, and post in the chat a link to your website, or if you have an offer that's new and exciting, please go ahead and hi, Pat. So good to see you. Go ahead and post it in the chat so that we can all see and share what everybody else is doing. If you see somebody's offer that looks like it might be beneficial to you or to somebody that you know, feel free to share it. That's how I think we should go about sharing about our businesses today. So just feel free to drop it in the chat whatever it is that you're doing, what you're up to nowadays. If you have an offer, drop it there. If you have contact information, you can drop it in the chat as well. That's absolutely 100% welcome. And then when I feel like we have quorum, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the room, and here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to write this in the chat. I'm going to ask you to, because we're going to be a reasonably large group, I'm going to ask you to just give your name. I'm going to ask you to tell us the name of your business. And then I'm gonna ask you to just share one thing that has been, helpful for you during quarantine. So last time we got together, we talked about my 5 things. Hi, Ina. Hi, Liz. Hi, Lisa. Oh my goodness, haven't seen you in so long. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Robin. Who's on the phone? Somebody just joined us on the phone. I'd love to know who it is. Let me see if I can unmute you here. Who's on the phone?
Hi, this is Pastor Lee.
Oh, hi, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you could make it.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And of course, everybody, we have our wonderful guest speaker today, Raylene. Guys, Raylene is so funny, and she's also so brilliant, and she's going to be sharing with us about really transforming the way we think about a lot of aspects of our lives that we don't necessarily like to talk about very much. But I feel like the principles of Ladies Lunch have always been open and honest communication, and we've always been here supporting each other in every way. And so I think this conversation couldn't have come at a better time. I was talking to one of our members, I think it was last week, Friday, and we were just joking around. Hi, Hannah, I see you there. We were just joking around about how, quarantine is a tough time. Hi, Sophia. Because my children, they are always with me, like always. If my husband and I attempt to cuddle up on the sofa together, they jump right in the middle. I mean, they don't leave us for a minute. It's tough. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what Raylene has to say about all this today. So like I was saying, oh, did anybody have any difficulties logging into the meeting? Any difficulties with registering or anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had trouble with the registering.
With registering, okay, but the link that I sent you worked okay?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
wherever it said click register,
Okay.
click register, I sent you what it kept coming up with.
Okay, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Okay. I'm just wondering if there are other people out there who are having a hard time. Anyway, we have about, I expected us to be 30 and we're 31. So I think we can go ahead. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm inviting everybody to not share when we talk, but to share in the chat with a name, with the offers that your business has, and of course your website and that sort of thing. Just drop it in the chat so that people can know what it is that you're doing and what you're offering. And I invite you all, especially in times like this, have an opportunity to really show our support for each other. So if you see something up there in the chat that might be helpful or supportive for somebody outside of our group that feel very, very free to share that information. Pass it along, that sort of thing. So we're going to go around the room, and I'll call on you. I'll ask you to unmute yourself and just tell us your name, because we're a big group, so I'm trying to keep the time and be respectful of everybody's time. So I'm going to invite you to just say your name, say what your business is, and say one thing, like one sentence, or if you can even break it down to one word of what it is that has been something that has been helpful for you during this time of quarantine. I'll let you know that last time we met together, I shared with you the 5 things that keep me going. And it's one, being very, very confident about what I believe, knowing certainly that what I put out into the universe is definitely what I am getting back. And so, hi, Robin, putting out that positive energy no matter what I see going on around me. That's my number one thing. My number two thing is to be sure to practice, keep practicing feeling good. And, you know, even though you might be looking at a situation that's not ideal, it doesn't mean that that has to be what you're feeling on the inside. And number three for me, routine. So I have my morning routine that I do. I have my routine that I do before I go into every segment of my day, just to keep practicing that good feeling and keeping my energy levels high, even when they sometimes threaten to go a little bit lower than I might like them to. Definitely self-care, self-care, self-care during this time and really during all times. And of course, the number one reason that we're all here together today, community, really making sure that we keep negative people, places, and things at arm's length. Those are the people that you can really, now and beyond quarantine, keep 6 feet apart from you at all times. And, you know, make sure that you keep the people who you love and trust and who are like-minded and who will be uplifting. Keep those people close to your heart, even if you can't hug them close. So that's what's been working for me. It's what works for me whenever I find myself in situations that are less than ideal. And so as we go around, just tell me your name, your business, and one thing that's keeping you going. So I'm just gonna go based on how you guys are showing up on my screen. So when I call your name, can I ask you to please unmute yourself and go ahead and share? So Dee, are you okay with starting?
I am. How you doing?
Hello.
Okay, I am Dee DeFada from A Dose of Positivity. And positivity has become my superpower over this time with the coronavirus. I don't have control over what happens to me, what happens to the world, but I do have control over my thinking, and I always keep it positive. And it has helped me so much. And now I am energizing and just breathing life into others, sharing my love, my light, my spirit, and helping them get out of their own way.
Awesome. Thank you, Dee. Jennifer D'Angelo, would you mind unmuting yourself and just sharing your name, your business, and one thing that's helping you?
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Right. So Jennifer D'Angelo of d'angelosolutions.com. And I am just leaning into the change. So the thing I think that's been helping me is actually women, like doing podcasting with Michael through eWomen, you know, one of Sandra Yancey's programs. And for self-care, I've been leaning to trying to do the online, like Zoom yoga and Pure Bar, and now, you know, different online, and taking at least one walk a day, weather permitting. And that's been helping me, but it's a lot of different changes, and I'm trying to keep them small feeling instead of big feeling.
1 minute at a time is how I'm taking it. I totally get that, Jennifer. Jennifer Weiss, can you unmute yourself and just share, please? Okay, I think we're both trying to unmute you at the same time.
So my name is Jennifer Hirschberg Wise, and And my business is Radiant Journey, LLC, occupational therapy and integrative wellness. I'm having trouble posting some of my information in the chat, so I'd love to connect with you ladies. I'm on Facebook at Radiant Journey, LLC. One thing that I'm doing, one of the many things I'm doing to kind of keep myself focused and uplifted during this time is connections and connecting with people. I'm offering on Fridays at noon a Calm Connect, a 15-minute original multisensory meditation that I know some of you have already attended, and I'm grateful to spend that time with you. And I'm offering other offerings such as Journey Dance, and I'm just taking it to online. So thank you very much. Really happy to see my polka dot sister here, Raylene, and other sisters here as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Cynthia, can you, I'm going to unmute you. There. Okay.
Hi, Cynthia Machman. I'm an attorney. I practice primarily in child protection law and estate planning. And self-care is what's getting me through this.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thank you. Marianne. There you go.
Okay. I'm Marianne Pack, and my business is mariannepack.com. So I think what gets me through is I'm a big proponent of journaling. And so the last several weeks here, I've been journaling, titling each day, My Inner Being Says, and then I sit and listen after meditation. And getting those messages of such love and guidance and clarity has just been tremendous for me. It just, my vibration has just skyrocketed. So very good with that. And learning to chill out and trust.
Yes.
That's,
yes.
I've become my superpower.
Chill out and trust. I like it. Melody.
Hi, Melody Gibbs, Peaceful Balance is my company, and I've just been trying to connect with friends and family. I'm cooking a little bit more and baking a little bit more and walking my dogs, just trying to get out when I can.
Awesome. Thank you. And Alice,
Hi.
There you go.
I'm Alice Sawyer. My business is Sawyer Law Office. I do estate planning, some elder law, and I'm keeping pretty busy with clients. And no disrespect intended with my keeping my hat on, but my office is in the basement of my home that's usually somewhere between 60 and 68 degrees, and today it's about 65, and my head gets cold.
And we like your hat, Alice, so
yeah.
Absolutely keep it on. It's awesome.
And besides working with my clients, I haven't been out of the house in over 2 weeks at this point in time, except to go on our tandem bicycle rides with my husband. And if you bother to read what I put into the chat room, we've been married for a long time, over 45 years. We're well suited to each other, and we are each other's life support in this. If we do have to go out, he'll go out and take care of it because he has less issues to worry about than I do. And I can't think of anyone else I'd rather be quarantined with.
Oh, that's so awesome.
But if you have any questions with respect to estate planning, I've put on there what it includes: wills, trusts, HIPAA releases, advance directives, power of attorneys. Please feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. And it's good to see some people there that I haven't seen in a long time. So it's really nice to see you all.
Hey, Sandra.
Hey, everyone. How are you? I wore my orange color for energy today. I'm feeling it. So positivity is key. I have a couple of positivity sisters in this group that I met through you, and I am so blessed. Marianne and Dee. I'm the creator of RealWomenGoLive.com and A Dose of Positive Energy, which was a flash briefing. It still is 870 episodes of just a little story or a quote or some type of reading. I have stuck to it for 870 damn days. I probably only brush my teeth the same amount, but I've never done anything that dedicated in my life. So this is the perfect time for me to take that flash briefing and turn it into an Audible book, which has been on my bucket list for 50 something years. So I am now crowdsourcing real women to come forward and chat with me. I haven't set those up yet. I'm still sort of in the early stage, but I'm looking for a story or a quote or a mantra, something that you can share that will be part of this Audible book. This Audible book will not just be my voice, but it will be the voice of all of you that want to participate, because we have so much power in our voice, in our message, and so much in our heart that we need to share to make this world a brighter one. So that's it.
I'm loving that, Sandra. We're going to talk about this afterwards, okay?
Sure.
Cheryl, how you doing? There you go. I
am good. So I am Cheryl Tardif. I am a hairstylist, an independent hairstylist. I've owned my own business, Hair Ever After, for 11 years now. I currently work out of my home. What I've been keeping myself busy with is I am a trichologist in training, which is somebody that studies the hair and the scalp, because along my cosmetology years, I've come to realize that there's a lot of women that suffer from hair loss and hair thinning. And I have such an interest in that I've been studying it, and I'm taking a course right now online to be able to help devastated women going through that. And also like all these Zoom meetings and workshops and all the free fitness stuff. That's what's been keeping me busy.
Awesome. I like all the fitness videos that you've been posting on Instagram. They've been awesome. Teresa, let me unmute you. There you go.
Hi everyone, so I'm Teresa, owner of Teresa Nat Studio, and I specialize in all things personal branding. So this is photography, videography, websites, and I think what's keeping me going right now is really all the virtual stuff, getting to connect with people. I know I've been connecting with my family. I've gotten to connect with some of the ladies in this group, which has been so awesome. And if anyone else is interested in just chatting, I'm totally up for it.
Thank you. Pat, I just unmuted you.
Can you hear me okay?
Perfectly.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Giordano, and this has been a very uplifting and challenging time for myself. I'm a travel consultant, and I've got clients throughout New England and New York, and my advocate hat has been worn for the last 4 to 6 weeks, whereas instead of doing bookings for clients for next year, I am handling my clients' cancellations, rebookings, future travel credits, trying to get them the best arrangements out there. One important thing that has been very helpful for me during this sheltering in place is that each morning I take about 15 minutes and go through some inspirational readings so that I can maintain and continue to do things positively in spite of the fear that's surrounding us. I know we're going to get through this, and I have enjoyed this Zoom. I was traveling last month when I missed Davia's Ladies Power Lunch day that was forced to go online. So I wanted to give you my congratulations, Davia, and all the participants. It was very worthwhile, and we see how we can adapt, and we are adapting. And
Yes.
It's good to see some familiar faces here. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Lisa, haven't seen you in so long. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lisa O'Donnell, and I'm actually a teacher at the Goddard School in Farmington. And I had joined this group a few years back because I was the advancement director at St. Matthew's School, doing marketing and getting the word out about our environment. And now I'm not really in an entrepreneurial, I don't have that hat on anymore, but that's kind of who I am. Salesperson, entrepreneur, I always think that way. And Davia is one of those people that you just can't not love her energy. So I'm just here to support all you ladies, and I think just being positive is a great thing, but also recognizing when you're sad or fearful or maybe not so positive, let yourself not wallow, but let yourself be in that moment and then get yourself out of that moment. So I think sometimes when we force ourselves out of that moment, we don't address it. So that would just be my thing. And
That's fair, Lisa. Totally fair. Totally hear that. Elizabeth.
Hello. Hi. My name's Elizabeth, and I am an author and life coach, and I own Green Heart Living. And what's been helping me is to really view myself as a leader and to look at the things that I'm doing with my life from that viewpoint. So my work is the same, if not more, because I am serving all my current clients, and I feel grateful that I can help them in this time, which is a very high need time. I've had to step up my self-care immensely. So viewing that as doing that so that I can be a leader and be there for my clients, for my kids that are home now full-time instead of half-time, and taking care of my grandma full-time by myself, which is not the usual thing, and I usually have a lot of help. So yeah, viewing it whenever I feel down, being able to be of service, showing up live, doing meditations, being there for my clients and everybody else keeps me focused and together in the best way that I can be showing up.
Awesome. Thanks, Elizabeth. Sorry about your grandmother. Ina, I'm unmuting you.
Okay, good morning or good afternoon now. I am Ina Hoskins. I'm Executive Managing Director for eWomen Network, and I'm also Executive Officer at Squadron Capital. So these past weeks for me during this COVID-19 time has been extremely busy because I have had to pivot and adapt in both arenas, which I think both have been pretty successful, thank goodness. And I guess right now I am starting to, level out, which is nice. And so I guess my self-care, or what I have done for that, is just trying to stay in the knowing that there is good in everything, and this too shall pass.
Well, that's totally, I think, the way to approach it. I'm trying to unmute you. And oh, there we are.
I got it. How's that?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Terrell Nauman, and this is the first time I've attended one of your power lunches, so thank you for keeping me on the development list. I attended a workshop 2 years ago with my daughter, Whitney Vitale, and it was a great workshop, but I haven't done anything since. I sell men's clothing to my clients directly, and I'm a very social person. And I have found myself at home all the time, and it's a challenge with my husband and my dog. I mean, we're doing great, but I'm so used to being out and about with people. So I thought, well, I'm going to reach out and meet some new people today. So thank you. I would find the most helpful thing has been I've learned some new skills for my business. I'm used to going out and seeing my clients in person and going to their offices or their homes and measuring them and, selecting clothing with them. So I've had to embrace doing Zoom appointments, and it's been I have fabulous support through our company. And we've been supporting each other and learning new skills. So I think going forward, this will be a great thing just in terms of being able to expand my business with a new skill, a new way to do business. I've also been focusing on self-care and walking at least a half an hour every day and adding Zoom exercise classes, doing Pilates online, and eating at home. So thanks for having me.
Great to have you. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Robin, my friend.
Hello. Hi, I'm Robin Finney. I'm also known as Wandering Ant. And this time has really been, it's been really beneficial for me in the sense that I'm a nomad and I'm usually on the go and traveling from country to country. And so I've been at my sister's house with 3 children under the age of 7. So it's been quite the change from where I normally am, environmental wise. But the most valuable thing I've learned is it's caused me to slow down and ground myself, which has been really great. And I'm using the tools that I use with my clients. So it's just been showing me during this time, like how the work that I'm doing is actually making a difference and is needed, because I take time to go through and I do intuitive sessions, and I've been using them on myself, and it's allowed me to just stay grounded in a way that before I was just kind of like, okay, I'm out and about, I'm in a country, I'm going to go explore. So I've been grateful for that, and also just still having the sense of being able to explore around the neighborhood. So I'm out walking and I'm noticing, like yesterday I was walking and I'm like, wow, there's so many people that have beautiful yards. And I'm just like really appreciating homeowners and how much pride they take in just making their houses something that's like an oasis for them. And so I've just really been present to where I am. So I'm really enjoying that.
That's awesome. All right. And Robin D. Hey.
Oh, did you unmute me already?
I did. I can hear you.
Hi, it's good to see everybody. I've missed you all. Robin D. Nicole at Edward Jones Investments. And I think during this time, so I do have the honor to be able to come into my office every day as an essential worker. Get to call and encourage all my clients because they are still on track to achieve their goal, even though the investments keep going up and down. So I guess I'm blessed to be able to help people. And when I leave the office here, I go home to help my family by cooking, which is an unusual thing for me. So getting used to that. And so if anybody has any recipe tips, I will embrace them. So
that's a great idea. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put up a thread in our Facebook group, and I invite everybody, please post recipes, things that are great for this time. And we'll all share, and I don't know, maybe we'll put out a ladies' lunch cookbook.
Hey.
Awesome. Thanks, Robin. Carlene. There we go.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me?
Oh, yes, we can.
Oh, awesome.
So your name, your business, and just one thing that's been helping you while we shelter in place.
Okay. Well, I'm Carlene Limmer, and I wear a couple hats. One is the send out cards, and that has been immensely helping me because I can see what everybody's posting on Facebook. I can take a post or a picture from their Facebook page and put it into a card and create a personalized card or postcard or flat panel card and get it out to people. And I'm finding that's a great way to lift my spirits and everybody else's spirits too that I come across. See, you can actually get nice to talk with you, put your own picture, message inside, and even customize the back. So I've been using that to send out to some local nursing homes just to brighten the residents' days.
Oh, wow. That's so nice. You know, guys, I like the idea of send out cards, and we've been using it to like send cards to our patients and that sort of thing during this time. I think people like to receive something in the mail that's not a bill. Awesome. Thanks, yes, Carlene.
I'm not quite done yet. And also, okay, if you see somebody posting and they're having a bad day, just send them an inspirational card.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea.
So I'm subbing for Julie Clark of Nikan Wellness. And I'm taking this time also to help educate myself to make some better choices on wellness and how to keep my immune system up, drinking lots of wonderful alkaline water, because when your body is alkaline, it helps fight off all kinds of diseases and bugs and things like that. So I've posted in our chat here how to access some online info, as well as on my Facebook page that you can find all kinds of good, useful info.
Awesome. I'm going to cut you short there because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give everybody a chance to contribute, and then we're going to get into a small group for just a few minutes so that we can connect a little more closely. And then I still want to also make sure that Raylene has time to share all her wonderful information. So Rebecca, how you doing?
Hi, good. How is everyone?
We're good.
It's nap time here, so if it gets loud, just mute me. My name is Rebecca Tuttle. My business is Grant Right Now, and I am actively grant writing, coaching, and teaching grant writing every day. And we are especially busy because of all of the things that are going on. And there are so many opportunities right now that have never presented before with grants for small businesses and entrepreneurs, which is exciting because the pool is widening and the opportunities really are endless. So the way that I keep my spirits up, I'm a pretty optimistic person in general, but I really have enjoyed this time home with my family and my kids and being able to go outside and just the sunshine and the leaves changing. So I have no complaints.
Awesome. Rebecca, I'm going to reach out to you afterwards and see if maybe we can do live in the Facebook group so you can probably share a little bit more about the grants that are available, because I know that's something that a lot of people have been asking about. Thank you, Rebecca.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah. And Hannah.
Oh, did I just do this? Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Hannah Wozak, and my day job and my business are keeping me extremely busy lately, and now just being cooped up at home is just very hard. As an extrovert, I'm really finding this difficult. So I am a Mary Kay beauty consultant, and I myself, I was struggling for many years with my skin. I have an immune system disorder, so I had allergies, and I have difficulties with a lot of products, and I found Mary Kay working for me wonders. So I collaborate with my clients, like you ladies, how to maintain your skin, because your skin is your biggest asset that you need to maintain. Don't cover with makeup. You just need to enhance it and just keeping beautiful the way you guys look forever. So what I find difficult right now, actually challenging, that it was before, using all the technology, because I speak with accent. That's a natural kind of something that I'm dealing with, and I am not really good to be in the front of the camera. So I'm learning this every single day, and I admire all of you, how you do it, and I'm learning from you every day. For self-care, I have been walking, getting outside with mask on, or just around the neighborhood a little bit now. But I am also taking, I just took and I have been Radiant Journey dance, like with Jennifer. I'm utilizing your skill. I'm participating with everything that you guys are doing, because it's just the wealth that you are providing. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Lynn.
Hi, Lynn Gallant with Juice Plus Tower Garden. I'm a health and nutrition educator, and I've been utilizing that as a service to others and just trying to provide solutions for the times that we're in the products that I offer, and just the services that I offer as well. I like to provide just an ear to listen, and if I can help people, that's what I want to do. What I've been spending my time on is plugging into collaborations that have been offered in numerous circles of the communities that I belong to, and they have been so rewarding and so eye-opening. One of them this weekend just inspired me to create cleaner open spaces to move the energy around my house, and that in and of itself has just inspired me to continue to do that. So
that's awesome.
been inspiring and energizing to plug into your events. So thank you.
I was thinking of getting Ina to come on Facebook Live with me to talk a little bit about rearranging our spaces at home so that we can get all that good positive energy flowing. So I hope you guys like that idea, and I invite you to look out for that.
That's one of the ones I did. Thank you.
Leslie.
Hi, everybody. I haven't been able to attend in person in a long time, so I'm very grateful to be able to participate today. I'm LGM of LGM Injury Law, and things have been relatively busy, although I've been working from home. I love daffodils, and they're everywhere, and it's like the only thing that's consistent from our old lives to present as far as I'm concerned. So every time I see one, it gives me some hope. And what I'm doing especially is I love to give people gifts, but like really kind of quirky, original gifts. So every week I pick 3 or 4 people in my circle and send them a surprise. Actually, from my staff, I looked at all kinds of different fire pits, and I found the ones I wanted, and I just sent my husband to go get them. So my staff is all getting fire pits tomorrow.
I'm on your staff.
You just might be a recipient. You never know. So
that's so great.
I think it gives me a thrill, and it, you know, when people receive something they don't expect, Carlene can certainly identify with that. The surprise of it is terrific on both ends.
I think we've been talking about that in the group a couple of days ago. Like a couple of people were saying that, oh, they were just sending gifts to people. And I was encouraging everybody to really look to see what the people who offer physical products in our group are offering, and maybe use this opportunity to support the people that are a part of our community. I absolutely love that, Leslie. That's wonderful. Candy, can I invite you to unmute yourself, please? There you go.
Ready?
Hey!
Monday. Super excited. This is my first Ladies Power Lunch, I believe. So this is wonderful. So I'm Candy Sterling, image and personal brand strategist. My business, we offer, on her mission, we offer a proven approach, guidance, and tools for helping women develop a magnetic personal brand. This time I've been really using to focus on DIY support, who to hire when working with image professionals, what to do when and how. And I also run, co-lead a women's empowerment community that's based in Fairfield County. So we've been very busy on that front with a lot of virtual events and offerings. And during this time, I've really leaned in by stepping back, I would say, and just really focusing on a lot of the creative pieces that travel and destination-based commitments make challenging. So I've been really enjoying the opportunity to work on some of those creative things and be creative. Wrapped up a course, creating a course and a training this weekend, which is something that I've been working on for a long time. So this time's really been about just embracing the opportunity to really get some of those things done. And one of the things that has been really helpful is one of the women leads a every week, 3 days a week of virtual meditation. So I've been creating a consistent habit with tuning in and making a commitment to be on that meditation. And that's been really helpful and very grounding during this time of uncertainty when our schedules have been flipped upside down. And so just establishing a regular ritual has been really powerful for me. So yeah, I'm just excited to connect with everybody virtually.
Thanks, Candy. Yeah, Candy and I were talking about just that last week about, that ritual and the meditation, including that every day. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Sammy, can you talk?
Yes, I saw you unmute me as soon as he came in the living room. Hi,
Your
everyone.
coworker.
Love him. I am Samantha Williams, President and CEO of Sam's Word. So I own a professional writing company.
Hi.
And I assist businesses with their writing and content development needs. Right now, I'm helping with PowerPoint presentations. A lot of people are moving to webinars and they're not used to that. So I'm helping with PowerPoint presentations, editing, proofreading, business plans, blogs and articles I do. I also do LinkedIn profiles, resumes, college papers. I'm also the entrepreneur in residence at the New Haven Free Public Library, and we're looking for speakers who would like to present for entrepreneurs or small business owners. And since we're online, the schedule is pretty much open. There are some restricted times, but if anyone's interested, my information is in the chat. You can send me an email and let me know, and I can add you to the calendar. We're looking through May and June right now.
Thanks, Sammy. And I hope some of you got a chance to see I did a Facebook, something I posted in the Facebook with our member who's a president of the Central Connecticut Chamber, and Sammy as the entrepreneur in residence in New Haven, and just talking a little bit about some of the grants that are available to us. So I hope you guys got a chance to see that. Naomi. Yeah, there we go.
Hi everyone. I'm Naomi Rafalowitz. My practice is Mind Spirit Coaching. I'm a certified life coach, and I work with men and women who are going through life transition and are willing to move forward in the in-between, because that's where all the good stuff, the magic happens. Sorry, I came late. I actually had to go to the dentist today. So dentists are seeing people for emergencies. Oh my goodness. So I think that you asked, what are we doing to keep for our self-care? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
This is my dog. I'm taking a lot of walks outside, and recently I've been trying to get out of my neighborhood too and just take walks in other places. But a lot of spending time outside as much as possible is really supporting me. And Candy, you were talking about meditation. So I'm a certified life coach. I'm not a meditation teacher, but about I think this is the 5th week that I decided to support myself in my meditation practice. I go online, I go on Facebook Live every night to do a meditation. And it's really been amazing because I knew I needed that accountability and support. And all these people are joining me from time to time, which is fantastic. And it's so amazing to feel that connection with people who are reaching out, and I am reaching back. So a lot of connecting, a lot of time outside, and working on projects around my house. I came late, so I think that Ina spoke, but I have been clearing out and opening space, and it is fantastic. So love it. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So just to make sure that we give everybody time for us to go into our breakout room, I just want to invite you to share your name, your business, and what's been keeping you going during this time. So Adrienne, you want to share a little bit?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adrienne Bentley. I am Empowering You for Life is basically my business, and I work with tweens and teens. I am an energy holistic life coach, and I work with them trying to, I would say, offer a hand and aid them to cross over their journeys of transformation, their journeys of whatever is particularly bothering for them. I meet them where they are, so it's very individualized. I do have a meditation that I work with them on, and we're starting a 4-week free meditation that I'm offering to them. I have been doing meditation for quite some time, and for me, going in and meditating every single day has been empowering and very, it's what keeps me going through. And I like to focus on where we are now and not based on what was the normal or what's going to be the normal, but here, because, you know, we have a tendency not to focus on the present. So I try to help people to do that as well.
Thanks, Adrienne. Gina, I'm going to unmute you. There we go.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Gina from Daily Moving Storage. And I have been keeping very busy in my business. We, January 2nd was our first day in our new building. So we have a 50,000 square foot warehouse where we store people's goods. So all of you people that are cleaning out your closets and you have all that extra stuff that you don't want to get rid of, but you don't know what to do with, bring it my way, because we have plenty of room for you to put your items for less than $50 a month. You can rent a room and a half to put your things in. So that's been keeping me very busy. And I'm keeping the faith. You know, I pray a lot, and I know that this is in God's hands. And so I'm not really worried, because I know at the end of this, there's light at the end of that tunnel. So.
Yes, one of our members, Liz, she likes to say every storm runs out of rain. So I think we need to stay in that mindset that this too is going to end, and perhaps sooner than we think. Corinne, how are ya?
Hi, Corinne.
Hey there. Sorry, I feel like I'm not really Zoom ready. I'm coming off a staycation last week and just kind of in the groove, and then saw Davia's email today, and I'm like, I want to be on this call. So anyway, that's why I kind of had the camera off, but I guess it's not that bad. So I am a money coach and a women's wealth advisor, and what I have been doing to keep myself upbeat and positive is just kind of the same things I teach my clients, as a lot of you guys have mentioned, is just kind of doing your daily practice, whatever that means to you. And for me, it's meditation, journaling, reading something positive, and trying to get out for walks and, you know, all that kind of stuff, just to stay connected and do all the inner work that's necessary. So that's what I'm doing.
I love that. That's awesome.
Can I just say I have a money conversation cafe coming up Wednesday if anybody's interested, remote. So put it in the inbox.
Put it in the chat, and so everybody can see it. All right.
So
awesome.
Nice to see you all.
Prati, I'm unmuting you while I'm trying. There you are.
Hi, everyone. I'm a marketing and I make marketing fun and effortless. But anybody wants to learn about Connecticut, I am your girl to go to. So that's the I'm going to offer. In last week, my family tracked 23 miles across, I don't know how many different meditation. That's my everything. And what's keeping me going is really laughing with my kids. Yes. We laugh crazy every single day. We watch funny videos, we play board. I don't know what we do, but we're just laughing all day long. And that's everything to me right now. And that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I think we don't laugh enough, just in general. I think this is a wonderful time to find things to laugh about, even if it's just watching pandas going down the slide. I think I posted that in our Facebook group. Whatever it is that makes you laugh, I say go for it. Yola, can you share with us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I can. Hello. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear you.
Let me show myself. It's because I'm cooking and I'm with my laptop in the kitchen. It's all over the place. So
it's okay.
Naturally, you know, I just moved here. So let me see you all. My name is Yola. Nice to meet you, everyone. It's my first time. I just end up here because I was having a podcast with a guest, because I run a podcast mainly with women, and that's why you could see Women Flicks there. And she told me about this meeting, the Power Lunch, and I was like, oh yes, I would love to. So that's why I'm here. So let me give you an introduction about myself. I live in London. I'm not in USA. I'm in United Kingdom. I'm the co-founder of Women Flicks Network, which is focused on empowering and motivating women around the world to achieve their dreams. We mainly support them through workshops, coaching, and business strategies. Our aim is to build connections that will increase the power of women in collaboration and be able to create space for growth and expand our knowledge. So nice to meet you.
That sounds so wonderful. Perhaps you and I can set up a time to talk afterwards. Sounds very, very interesting. We just have 2 more people that we haven't heard from yet. Nita, can we see you, or can you just share with us?
Yeah, so I'm still working from home as a project manager for IT systems, so I'm staying busy with that. And the other thing I'm trying to do is volunteer for family members who can't do groceries and deliver the groceries to them. And then just building up the honey-do list. That seems to help me when things are getting done around the house. So, yeah, that's all going on right now. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And the last person that I have, I'm not sure who this is. Fono Savan? Oh, there you are. Hi. Oh, we're doing it at the same time. There you
Hi,
go.
hi. My name is Pansman Lee. This is actually my first time on here. I keep missing your power lunch in the past because I have two young kids who are home with me, so I couldn't meet you out there. So I'm really grateful for this virtual meeting, and thank you for your invite. So I am an independent color street stylist, and that's 100% dry nail polish. I just started doing that just less than a year ago, just to supplement my stay-home income. In the past, I was a financial analyst for a corporation, and so I'm really grateful now with everything and taking being with my family because I have two young kids. So I'm homeschooling in addition to just spending more time with them. And one important thing that I always do for myself is really self-care. So I always make my kids get ready, like we're going to school, and get dressed for the day, including myself, and just really spend time with each other, especially right now when they're young and that I'm home with them. But I love meeting new people, so I'm really happy to kind of listen to everyone here and to share and learn more about your businesses as well.
Great, thank you so much. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to break us out into smaller groups. And what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody an opportunity. You're just going to have 5 minutes in each group, but you're going to have an opportunity for everybody to exchange information so you can set up a virtual coffee date for after this meeting. Okay, so here we go, going to our respective rooms. Candy, I'm not sure why you're not joining a breakout room, or Nita. Oh, okay. So I kind of dragged everybody back forcibly. How were the breakout groups? Everything worked okay?
That was really cool.
Oh, awesome. Good, good, good. I tried to pop into everybody's group just to make sure that everybody was actually talking. I think I snuck in the back door. Nobody saw me, right? Awesome. So we are going to, as soon as everybody comes back from chatting in the breakout rooms, in about another couple of seconds, we'll have everybody back. And then I'd love to take that opportunity to introduce all y'all to Raylene. And she is, yeah, I think everybody's back now. Raylene's gonna talk to us a little bit about what we are talking about this year, which is transformation. You know, I just want to take a minute to say this. You guys know that I really have been leaning into my intuition a little bit more than I have maybe done in the past. And at the end of last year, I was hit intuitively to dub 2020 the year of transformation. Of course, I had no idea that the transformation was going to be in this form, but everything that we're planning for this year is to really, in my opinion, change our lives for the better. And so with that in mind, it was obvious that inviting Raylene to come and talk to us about a part of our life that we may sometimes back burner, it just had to happen. It had to be a part of the transformation that Ladies Lunch is focused on this year. So Raylene, I want to take the opportunity to thank you for coming to talk to us today, and the floor, my dear, is yours.
Okay, good. Unmuted. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Raylene Taskoski. I have spoken to over 10,000 women about sex over the last 13 years. And I do a stage show called Stand Up Comedy Sex Ed. And I also have this talk that's called Let's Talk About Sex, the Value of Open, Honest Discussions About Women's Sexual Health. So about 2 years ago, right around Christmas, when UPS hires extra help, I'd gotten a package and I went out to meet this truck, and this brand new kid in this shiny, crisp uniform, not even broken in yet, hands me my package with a huge smile. And as he backs away, he goes, "Here you go, Raylene, the dildo queen." Yeah, I know, I'm royalty. But the truth is, it didn't bother me. It made me smile because for 13 years now, I've been doing those parties. And I've made a name for myself locally and nationally. And thanks to a YouTube video that I made for my fellow consultants, also internationally. I have fans and friends in Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. But if you had told me at any point, right up literally until the minute I started, that this was going to be my journey, I would have not have believed you. I was born into a born-again Christian home. And it wasn't that sex was ever talked about as bad, it's just that sex was never talked about. My first experience with a sex toy party was at 27, right after I married my husband. And I'd gone out with the girls to one of the parties. We were just gonna go out, but one of the girls wanted to swing by a party. And it was every negative stereotype of one of those parties that you could imagine. And since I was a friend of a friend of a friend, I didn't know anyone there. It was co-ed. It was very raunchy, and I was very uncomfortable, and I could not wait to leave. And that, I thought, was that. There would be no more of these parties in my future. Flash forward 11 years later, I'm having a candle party at my house, and this person that I met online came to my party, and she said, "This was fun. Do you want to come to my party next week?" And I was like, "Yay, new friends. Yes, what kind of party is it?" And she said, "It's a sex toy party." And in my head, I was like, "Oh, this is why you don't meet people on the internet. This girl's a freak." And I said, "No, I'm not going to one of those. And I'm not into that." And she goes, "What do you mean that's not for you?" She goes, "You don't have sex?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, but I don't need any of that stuff." Which to date is now my least favorite thing for somebody to say to me. And she goes, what, you don't shower, you don't shave? And she was not letting me off the hook. And I was really uncomfortable. And I told her about my last experience, and she said, look, it's just ladies, it's at my house, it's not gonna be raunchy. I'm making a ton of food, just come to my house. And I said, no, I'm a born again Christian soccer mom, I am not going to a sex toy party. And she said, well, I'm making rum runners. And I said, okay, I'm gonna come to your party, but I'm not gonna spend any money. $150 later, this consultant says to me, you should do this. You have the right personality for this. And I said, no, I'm a born again Christian soccer mom. I'm not going to sell sex toys. But here's the thing. That party is where I got to learn lube in a meaningful way. I was 38 years old. I had 3 kids. I was on my 2nd marriage, and I'd been with my fair share of guys between the 2 marriages. Don't judge. It was the 80s. But you know what no one had ever said what would be handy right now? Some lube. Because spit doesn't work. And 72% of women saying adding a good water-based lubricant to their natural moisture increases their pleasure. This would have been great information to have had always. So 3 months later, my friend had another party. And this time I brought my oldest daughter, who was 18 or 19 at the time, and a good friend of mine. And again, I had a fantastic time. And the consultant said, you should do this. You have the right personality to do this job. And again, I said, I'm a born again Christian soccer mom. I'm not going to sell sex toys. And she said, did you know that I made $600 at that last party? And I said, did you know I'm not that great of a Christian? Really more of a Sunday Christian, right? So give me some information. I kid a little, but I did go home and pray about it. And I talked to my husband because I really thought he was going to say, no wife of mine's going to sell sex toys. But what I said was, what if I could go out and educate women how their bodies worked and why they work that way and make it fun and funny and not gross? I think I would be really good at that. And he agreed. And I prayed about it. And God said, my child, go out and spread the lube. But I do remember the first time that I realized that these parties were not just fun and games and making money, but making a real impact on women's lives. I remember the house this party was in and not many more details except for Nancy. Now, Nancy isn't her real name, at least I don't think it is, but I call her Nancy because she was a negative Nancy throughout the whole party. She did not want to touch the product. She didn't want to taste the product. She wouldn't fill out a connection card. She wouldn't play the game. She just sat there looking pissed off, like she had been coerced or tricked into coming to this party, and she was not happy about it. And of course, she's sitting right dead smack in front of me. And I'm one of those people who absorbs the energy around me. So I'm struggling to stay energetic and happy and funny while this complete energy suck is sitting right in front of me, just hating everything. So finally I finish up to the party and I head up to the shopping room. I get settled in, and guess who's the first person to walk in the door? Negative Nancy. And I'm like, what did I get myself into? Like, I'm literally thinking she's gonna come in and like, do a, you know, like a power of Christ compels you. I mean, I really thought I was in for some preaching at this moment. But she comes in, she shuts the door, she leans against it, and she burst into tears. And y'all, I was not prepared for this. So it turns out that after the birth of her 2nd son 4 years ago, her husband had decided they were done having sex. He had moved into the spare bedroom, and he was content to live a sex-free marriage. And Nancy says to me, I'm not so sure I'm okay with that. Girl, not too many would be. So she doesn't want a divorce. She wants her kids to grow up with an intact family, and I support that. But Nancy wanted a toy, something small and quiet that won't disturb anyone. And I help her find what she's looking for. But I told her, Nancy, if I was you, I would get the loudest jackhammer we have. I would walk by his bedroom and I would be like, I'll be in there if you need me. And she laughed. And it was the first time I had seen her smile all night long. And that was the moment that I realized that Nancy needed this. She needed someone that she could open up to, someone who didn't know her husband, so that she could just release this secret and hear that she is normal for still wanting to have sex, to still orgasm, and to not just be all done. So a few months later, there was Patty. and I was talking about arousal and how many different medications affect your body's ability to get aroused. Heart and blood pressure medications, birth control pills, antidepressants. And Patty says, wait, blood pressure medication can affect your ability to get aroused? And I said, absolutely. And she started to tear up. And I'm one of those people, so if somebody else tears up, I'm going to tear up with them. And I said, did you think that you just didn't love him anymore? And she said, I just didn't know what was wrong. And that made me so mad, because you know, if a medication is going to have sexual side effects, they tell the men, they tell them right away, first thing at the top, like, this is going to help your heart, but you're not going to be able to get an erection. And the guy is like, you know what, rather just die. Right? It's just, but they don't tell us. So along the same lines, I had a woman I'll call Amy, not her real name. She called me out of the blue and she says, I don't know if you remember me. And I did. But I had met you at a party and we talked afterwards about antidepressants. See, she had been on antidepressants for her entire marriage. Most prescription antidepressants work by raising levels of serotonin in the body, and the person taking the drug experiences a feeling of calm and less anxiety. However, that same sense of calm, stability can lower our libido. It prevents the hormones that cause our bodies to respond to sex and stimulation from transmitting the message to our brains. So simply put, antidepressants turn the dial down on our sex drive. And because of the sexual side effects, it can be really tough on a marriage. I've been on antidepressants. It's an all hands on deck situation. His hands, your hands, maybe a neighbor's hands. I kid, but it takes a village to have an orgasm when you're on certain medications. So sometimes it's just not worth the effort. In any case, I'd met her and I told her about arousal creams that help to draw the blood flow to the clitoris and help with the arousal. And she was calling with a 2 thumbs up review and a request to have her own party so that I could share the information with her friends. One of my favorite moments of all time is when the party was over and her husband and his friends came home. He was helping me carrying the bins out to the car. And he gave me the biggest hug I have ever received from a stranger. And he whispered, "Thank you," into my ear. Another one from that party that I loved is when it comes to communication, sometimes it's simply as just saying what you need. One of the work girls at that party she would get ready to go to bed at night and she would go and fall asleep, and then her husband would watch the Family Guy, and then after Family Guy, he'd come in and wake her up to have sex. And she was getting bitter about it because she's like, you know, I get up before you, I've got to do all this stuff. Why in the world are you pestering me? And so when he showed up that night for the party, I said, which one is your husband? And she pointed him out. I said, next time, pause the Family Guy, go have sex, then go watch Family Guy, give your wife a break. And everybody just started laughing. And it was literally just as easy as just mentioning that story. So although the parties that I've done are for women only, I often get feedback from their partners in different ways. I remember one night my husband and I were out at a bar, and on the other side of the bar was a couple that I couldn't really see that well, but my husband noticed they were staring at us. And he said, "Why are those people staring at us?" So I look up and I see them and they start waving. So I wave back and he goes, "Who are those people?" And I said, "I don't know, probably customers." And then the husband gave me a thumbs up. And I said, "Oh yeah, definitely customers." So the woman got up to go to the bathroom and her husband came up to me and he said, "Everything has been so different since she met you. It's crazy." She comes out of the restaurant and says, "I just want to thank you. I don't know why it worked, but it did." So here's her story. She could orgasm by herself, but not with him. And here's the truth. 75% of women need direct clitoral stimulation in order to orgasm. That's most of them. Most women orgasm through fingers or tongues or bullets or external stimulation, but you never know that by watching TV or the movies. To watch a movie, you think any position, any amount of time, any guy, boom, orgasm. People forget that it's a movie. Those aren't real orgasms. And men forget we watch movies so we can improvise an orgasm pretty well when we need to. But like most women, she wanted to be able to orgasm with him. In this case, she bought an internal toy and was able to orgasm with the toy. And then she was able to start orgasming with him. I suspect it's because of one of my favorite sayings that I made up. You can't give directions to the Tasty Freeze in Orlando if you've never been to the Tasty Freeze in Orlando. So somehow, by figuring it out with the toy, she was also able to figure it out with him. So now let's talk about Donna. Donna came to a party late, and unfortunately it wasn't a regular party. Usually I go through my catalog bouncing from here to there, covering all of the stuff that I think is very, very important. But this was a group of frequent flyers, which means all of them had been to many parties. And so I was going through showing different things from the catalog that I don't normally talk about. When we get into the shopping room, Donna buys two things specifically for her husband, a masturbation sleeve and a lubricant to go with it. And I asked her, where's the products for you, Donna? And she says, oh, I had a hysterectomy. I don't orgasm anymore. That's why I'm getting these things for him. And I was like, oh, whoa there, Donna. I have made a massive mistake by skipping around the catalog. So she gets a full party in fast forward mode so that I can give her all the information that she needs. I talk about the arousal creams and I tell her just because your uterus is gone doesn't mean you can't have an orgasm. And then she leaves, and about a month later I get a call from her and she said, Raylene, I went to my doctor and you're my new best friend. She fixed my medicines and now I'm like a teenager again. Hallelujah. Jenny called me up about 2 months after I met her and asked if I remembered her, and this time I didn't. But she reminded me of her story. Her marriage was in trouble because she had recently gone into menopause, and as is completely normal, she was starting to experience vaginal dryness and sex was painful. Well, when things are painful, we tend to avoid them, right? And so because she wanted to avoid sex, she was avoiding all forms of intimacy. She didn't want to hold hands or kiss or go on a date night because she was afraid it might lead to sex. And this was causing tension and anger and blaming. And she was concerned they were going to wind up divorced. And she wanted to try the lubricant that we sell. And so now she was calling to say that they were like a newly married couple again. They were so happy. And now she needs 2 more bottles, one for her mom and one for her sister. See, when we have these open, honest discussions and we can learn from them, we can share with our friends and our sisters and help make their lives better. Along those same lines, there's Jeanette. She's an older friend and she was not interested in talking to me about anything, but being the smarty pants that I am, along with a few more innocent items, I gave her a bottle of our lubricant for her birthday. A few weeks later, I asked her if she enjoyed her birthday box and she said, that lube? It's amazing. My husband calls it the garage door opener. And she has purchased many, many, many bottles of lubricant from me since then. I met Katie at a college party, and I love college girls because they are so terrified what I'm going to say. But the earlier I can reach them, the better the entirety of their sex lives is going to be. I just tell them to think of me as that aunt their mom doesn't really want them hanging out with too often. Katie told me she had only had sex one time and that it hurt and she wasn't sure she even wanted to try it again. So here's some statistics for you. 43% of women enter college as virgins and 22% lose their virginity in their freshman year. And many of those girls just get rid of it. And that's what Katie had done. She wasn't in love. She didn't have a crush on her partner, on the partner she chose. She just wanted to stop being a virgin. So no arousal, no lubrication, natural or otherwise, just ouch. So we had that conversation that I wish she had been able to have with her parents ahead of time. When you're ready and when you're going to do it because it's something you want to do and you're not doing it at the behest of someone else, when it feels right, when you are protected emotionally and physically, it will feel good. Until that time, Auntie Ray Ray says, toys, not boys. And then there's Jane. I met her at a business building workshop. Oh yes, it's not just at parties where I meet women. Jane does boudoir photography for a living and she is amazing at it. Sensual, beautiful pictures of women. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I tell her what I do and she goes, ugh, I hate sex. If I could get away with doing it just once a year with my husband, I would. I was stunned. We had a lot of mutual friends, so I made it my mission to get her to a party as soon as possible. And it took less than 2 months before I got a mutual friend to agree to host a party and to invite her. And she reminded me of me at my first party. Not the gross one, but at the second one where I was like, oh, what's this do? What's that for? How to use this? She actually purchased a business kit that night. She was a kitnapper, for those of you who are in direct sales and you know what that means. But less than a month later, she publicly shared with a room full of women that she'd had sex with her husband more times since the party than in the previous year in total, and it was really good sex. I love my job. The last person I want to talk about is Ashley. Ashley was the very last person to come into the shopping room at the end of the party. And Ashley's a medical profession. She has resources. The first thing she said to me when she came in the room was, "I don't know why I'm here. My friend said I had to come in and talk to you," which is very scary for me because I am not a therapist. I'm just the sex toy lady. But I said, "Well, tell me why your friends said you had to come in. What's your story?" And slowly she opened up. She told me that she was married and she and her husband wanted to have a baby. Yeah, that's fine. Wonderful. What else? She says, "I don't want to have sex with him." I said, "Okay, do you know why you don't want to have sex with him? Like, are you on antidepressants, medications?" No. Ashley had been raped in high school, and that was affecting her ability to enjoy making love with her husband. And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what I said to her that night. This was a true let go, let God moment. And I just said what felt right. And a few months later, she posted on my Facebook wall, "You have changed my life." Her son just celebrated his first birthday a couple of weeks ago, and she is very happy. So how do we go about having open, honest discussions about women's sexual health so women can ask questions, get answers, and have better sex lives? Well, to stop with, we have to stop shaming women for enjoying sex. Be more positive in our own lives. I mean, you don't have to go on Facebook and post, "Phew, that was a really great orgasm." But you know, if someone else posts it, you could go ahead and like their status. Stop feeling some kind of way about your own sex life. I had a friend who would tell me she would do crazy wild things in the bedroom with her husband and then feel ashamed the next day. And I would say, why? If you're both enjoyed it and you both consented, feel proud of that. Don't be ashamed of being a sexual being. Listen, ladies, the clitoris is the only part of the body that has absolutely no purpose except to cause a muscle spasm. And that muscle spasm is called an orgasm. And God put the clitoris right where we could find it, accidentally, riding a horse, shimmying up the monkey bars, in a 5-point harness car seat, right? Let's start asking Hollywood to be more honest about sex. Sex in the City was both great and horrible. They were definitely making the discussion of sex more open, but way less honest. And it left a lot of women feeling like there was something wrong with them. Most women need clitoral stimulation to orgasm. Most women don't orgasm through penetration alone. And women were always saying this to me at these parties, "I don't orgasm through penetration." Well, honey, that's normal. These people on TV, those are actresses. Those are not real. Hollywood is very good about telling people how things should be. Shonda Rhimes is great about putting her personal messages into her TV shows, but you know what's not normal? 3 adult women, educated and well off, and not one of them has mentioned a vibrator in how many seasons? They actually had to bring in a side character to discuss sexual pleasure and vibrators. Studies have shown that the more educated a woman is, the more well off she is, the more likely she is to use a bedroom accessory with or without a partner. So I was really impressed and happy that Jane the Virgin of all shows, where every character is a full-on practicing Catholic, had a full storyline about vibrators, the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother. One way to at least start letting women know about the sexual side effects of medication is when writing TV shows and there are doctors involved, have one of them say, "Hey, this medication is for your heart or blood pressure or depression or your allergies, but it will have sexual side effects, decreased lubrication, decreased or inability to orgasm." How about real doctors be trained to say, "Hey, this medication is for your heart, your blood pressure, your depression, or your allergies, but it will have sexual side effects, decreased lubrication, decreased or complete inability to orgasm." And how about we advocate for ourselves and ask, "Hey, this medication you just gave me for my heart, blood pressure, depression, allergies, or whatever, will it have any sexual side effects?" But the easiest way to have open, honest discussions about women's sexual health is the next time someone you know, like, and trust invites you to one of those parties, maybe just go and bring a friend. You'll be surprised how much you learned. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Raylene. That was so great. And of course, I invite you to definitely put your information in the chat, because I am certain that there are women in the group, like everybody, who will reach out to you just to pick your brain about some of the things that you've been talking about, but definitely things that stood out for me, things like medication that can have a significant effect, things like surgeries that can have a significant effect. There are things that because we don't have these conversations, we're not offering ourselves the opportunity to have more information. And everybody who knows me knows that when it comes to information, I'm all about having as much of it as possible. So thank you so much. So we're right on the line of time, and I will invite everybody, if you do have an event coming up or something like that, a Zoom call, anything like that, go ahead and post it in the chat, and also post it in the Facebook group so that everybody can attend everybody's things if they would like to. But thank you so much, Raylene, and really look forward to having you be a part of our group going forward. We're all sheltering in place, and we're practicing social distancing, and we're doing all the right things, and it is my true belief that this is going to end, and it's probably going to end sooner than later, I hope. I think when we get out of it, it's sort of going to be, however, in a phased release. And so our plan to have our live and in-person event on May the 4th, I think that's not really very realistic at this time. So for those of you who had purchased tickets for our Ladies Power Lunch Spring Conference, just stay posted. We'll keep you up to date as to when that makeup date is going to be, but it is going to happen. I'm 100% sure about that. And then, because clearly I don't have enough things to do with all the Department of Public Health briefings that I have to go to every day online, and the Central Connecticut Chiropractic Association briefings that I have to go to every day, and all the patients that I have to see, I am in the process of planning our fall conference for Ladies Lunch. So I am inviting anybody who's interested in participating in that as a speaker, a sponsor, an ambassador, anything at all along those lines, please do reach out to me directly, and I'll see how we can all work together. I'm in office most days, and you can also reach me online. And if you're not already a member and getting our emails, then please go to ladiespowerlunch.com and we'll add you to our email list. So thanks everybody for coming. I hope it was a good meeting for everybody. And if you want to hang out for a little while after, you can open up your mics and chat to each other. Otherwise, we're all done for today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So I thought, Raylene, that was really awesome. I really love the way that you teach using story. I think that's so great. I feel like one of my mentors, she likes to say, when you give examples or you tell stories, that's really a good way of teaching. So I definitely appreciate that. And I also appreciate that you're so positive in the way you deliver this message. It's really refreshing, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. This is only the second time I've done that talk, and I do intend for it to be a TED Talk. I'll have to chop it a little bit, but it's good to hear some feedback. The last time, most of my feedback is that I move around too much, which is not a problem if I'm stuck in a chair.
I don't know, I think moving, it depends on how you're moving, but I think moving around engages the audience too. So I don't see that.
I rock like a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
If I fast forward it, like if I'm watching and I fast forward, I just like a deranged clock that just spins off its axis every now and then.
Well, your comments were very organized though, so that was good.
But thank you. I appreciate it. And they're all true stories. I really did just one day said, these are stories that people need to hear because they are relatable.
Raylene, is this your company or is it part of a franchise?
The company that I work for is Pure Romance. And so, yes, that's franchise. The talk, except for the one time that I slipped, I try not to ever use their name in my comedy or in my speaking until such time as they either give me permission or sponsor me.
Oh.
I don't really need to give them their free advertising. But yeah, right now, most of my income still just comes from parties. Eventually, someday I'd like to be a speaker and put the actual party part on the.
One of the participants asked if you might do an online party.
That's what I was going to ask, if you do virtual parties.
I haven't done them yet, but I think I'm going to start because I think I kind of have to.
Yeah.
I would attend one personally.
Me too.
I would too.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, that sounds like fun. Then I will make sure that I mean, the other person, is it Lynn? Maybe I'll let Lynn set one up and then everybody can go to hers. And then if you like it, you can have your own with your friends. But they're fun. I just, like I said in the very beginning, I feed off people's energy. So even, I really appreciated, I could see you guys laughing and occasionally clapping. And for a very sad minute there, I felt almost what it was like to be deaf. And that was not fun. I can't imagine not being able to feel the energy or hear, but it was a lot of fun and I really appreciate it.
I think this group would be a good group to test virtual with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.